The lockdown brought about many changes in our lives and which have impacted quite negatively, especially within the arts industry. Now, since the shutdown of the theatres and other outlets, hosting events using online platforms has become the new normal of keeping entertainment alive. Last night, performers from the cast of Jersey Boys hosted members of the creative team and cast of each show for the viewers to reminisce about the production when it was staged. And joining us now for more on this is Drew Bakker, and he's the producer of the show. Drew, a very good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning to you. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, man. How's it going?
Awesome. Oh, life's good. It's early, but it's good. Life's good.
It's good to have you on the show. Good to have you on Morning
so
Live. All right. Now, if you were to paint us a picture of the events that have been taking place last night, how were the reviews?
Matt, it was so well received, and we were joined by members of the cast and creative team from around the world, and it's just people love it. It's turned into this wonderful every weekend for the last 2 months. We've brought together cast members and creative people, part of the directors and people from around the world, and it gives audiences a peek behind the scenes. And the heart behind it was that until we can be in a theater again, we want to keep reminding audiences about these incredible shows and experiences that they've had, so that when theaters do open again, that they come back. Okay.
Now, Drew, do jog our memory about what the event was about and what it sought to achieve, and whether it did achieve what it indeed set out to.
Absolutely, thanks. So, Jersey Boys set out to be. It was our big season finale, which was super cool. It was a cast of around 20, I believe, raising money for an initiative called Waiting in the Wings SA, and brought. I think our numbers were some of the highest we've had yet, and it was just such a great night of just reminiscing and stories and laughing and just a moment of positivity and a really not so great dark time at the moment. It brought, I think, for me, it's about keeping it positive and keeping people inspired and giving artists a place that they can call home until we can be all back together again. We kind of together again was the next best thing.
And how much has been raised so far in the hashtag Waiting in the Wings SA initiative?
In the actual initiative itself, I believe they're up to 100 and some thousand rand, but that's through them. So we've helped them raise a bit of that, which is cool, and. Yeah, it's been great to give them awareness and let people know about these great organizations that are supporting artists. And there's all these great organizations that we've been trying to partner with, and I'm trying to bring some awareness and bringing some much needed support to help folks and do something right now.
Let's talk about the caliber of the artists that will be assisted with this kind of initiative. Are they just behind the scenes artists, or just about any artist can qualify?
So we are a third party to that. So we try to work with organizations that are helping right now. We're super aware of the need, and many people are in the same place that we're in at the moment. The freelancers have lost work, and until lockdown drops enough that, and audiences feel comfortable enough to go into a theater again, artists are doing what artists do best, which is reinvent themselves and learn how this works now. And that's where NSYNC came in, and with Waiting in the Wings, with TBF, the organizations we worked with, it's been about partnering with organizations that are feeding artists right now. And so with Waiting in the Wings, they have a whole behind the scenes thing that if you are an entertainment professional and you want to submit or you want to apply for food vouchers, you can go directly through Owen and Waiting in the Wings. It's hashtag Waiting in the Wings SA, or you can go to on Facebook Waiting in the Wings SA, and you can apply there, and you can put in your details and. It's a tricky time right now, and there's a lot of people trying to do something. And we're just a small part of that, just trying to bring awareness of supporting these organizations and keeping people positive and keeping our eye on the prize.
And you've raised a very important point there about artists having to reinvent themselves. And I guess that's a very, very, important trajectory that artists need to follow as the tide has since turned. As we've been seeing, there's an absolutely novel and new way of doing things now. Just how dire is the situation for artists since the lockdown? And do we know if they've applied for government relief?
With government relief, I know that it's been slow. It's been slow. Everything has been slow. And what I can speak of from my side is, when nothing is for sure, anything is possible. And this time has actually been a really incredible creative time for people. Some people, it's either being hiding in the corner and waiting, or it's embracing it and embracing technology and embracing the future. And for us with NC, we've put together that.
How do people go about applying for funding, and what is the criteria?
You can go directly to Waiting in the Wings SA, and they've got a website on. They've got an application form on plugintheater.coza that you can put in your details, and they will get back to you.
Okay.
But that's Waiting in the Wings. There's quite a few organizations that are helping artists right now, and we do our best to support those organizations.
All right, and your work will definitely not go unnoticed. Thank you so much for that initiative and for chatting to us this morning, Drew.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me on the show. Really appreciate it.
Sure, it's an absolute pleasure, man. That was Drew Bakker, the producer of the Cinch show, talking to us about the challenges that artists are faced with during this time of the lockdown.